Hello and welcome back to the channel. So in front of you we are looking at Naya Depths. I told you that I was going to keep the depths lists off the channel until after bans. This is pre-bans, although it might be released after bans depending on the amount of videos I need to cut. But there's actually a reason for trying this deck. So at our local FNM, we do a league. We're ending the end of the league, and if to win the entire league, I need to go 4-0 this Thursday. And I've been playing Bant Nadu in the league and online for a while, although I'm positive with the deck, so I win more than I lose. I have yet still to get either a 5-0 online or a 4-0 in paper. So I'm testing an old faithful trusty deck to see if it has a game and if it feels right. And if it does, I might rock this on Thursday instead of Bant Nadu, but we'll see. So Naya Depths, the splash right now for the red color is to kind of combat blue decks to play Nadu, like I've been doing recently. And also Minsk and Boo for kind of the control matchup. I'm still not sure that it's better than Green-White Depths, as when I play this deck, always feel that I'm lacking Urza's Saga, but I just don't feel Green-White is where it's supposed to be right now. So I'm gonna try Naya Depths, and we're gonna see where we end up with it in the end. What am I worried with this deck? Well, I'm kind of worried that I don't have a good plan against Eldrazi. So Eldrazi being a problematic matchup, and I don't really have any good cards in the board for that matchup. I might want to try some Cataclysms. So we have a couple of Eldrazi players locally. They haven't gone that well recently, so I'm not sure that they're going to be on the deck. We also have someone that plays Eldrazi Post, and Eldrazi Post should be an okay matchup for us. We have the Wastelands and kind of a quick combo plan there, but Consulate Command, as always, is a problematic card. Don't know if I want to try a Cataclysm. No, I think I'll just keep the deck as it is right now, and we'll see if we have any feedback on that after the league if we face the matchup. So this is Naya Depths. We will be trying a league with Naya Depths now, and hopefully it'll go well. All right, so we've been paired for round one. We have a keep. We're going to be on the play. So this is a Savannah with the Noble Hierarch. I guess we're facing up against Nadu. This isn't a great hand against Nadu, so here we have the option either to wasteland our opponent and kind of set them back on their Naduing. I don't like doing that when they already have Noble Hierarch up. They can untap, play a 2-drop with a land in hand. I think we'll just get Reclaimer down, and we'll see if we can start building towards a combo. But I think that the Nadu matchup is kind of rough, so it'd be nice to try this out. We can't really beat the combination of all of their removal and the combo. Now this is with the Spring Heart. I haven't tried Spring Heart in the Nadu build I've been trying around with or toying around with. But I mean, it's a good card, and it does allow for some crazy stuff, specifically if you pair it with Gaia's Cradle. And there we have the Safekeeper down as well, so Safekeeper is really bad for us. But when it comes to good draws, Mox Diamond is definitely up there. So let's see. They have 3 cards in hand. We can not go for the combo this turn. We can sack Wasteland and go and get 1 combo piece. Now we're gonna do like this. So we're gonna activate Reclaimer in their end step, and we're gonna go for our mana ramp, which is Flagstones. And then we will sack Flagstone with crop rotation and go and get the Thespian stage. We might also, this is the Elves version, of course. That's probably why they play the Nantuko. But they mostly have small creatures in play, which is not good if they go for natural order. But as the board lies right now, it's looking quite good for us. So we'll sacrifice Wasteland. Go and get flagstones, and then we'll crop away flagstones. Go and get another Savannah, because we don't play any reds. Play red cards. Yeah, Minsk and Boo, but we'll not out that we're on the red splash. And then we'll go and get Thespian stage. And there's a land drop. And now we have everything that we need. So we need to fade one turn, and then we have them. So let's fade the draw off the top and go and get ourselves a Merit Lage. Yep, and that should be the game for us. All right, so in the end step, we will fetch. We can get planes. Activate Knight. Sacrifice the planes. Go and get Dark Depths. Copy Dark Depths. And after we copy Dark Depths, we'll keep Thespian stage. And then we'll go for the step next turn. 0 cards in hand. So we will sacrifice Savannah. Go and get Sejiri Step. And we'll give this Pro Green. Pro Green. And we'll attack. All right, sideboard time. They drew a lot of mana, but no payoffs. So here we want Path to Exile. We want to get ourselves... So the question is, with the green Elves version of Nadu, the only card that they play that's blue, I think, is Nadu itself, and they usually green sun for it. So I'm not sure that the blasts are where we want to be. But I do think that we want Galactique to kind of turn off the green sun line if we get down. I mean, it turns off our green suns as well, but I think that turning off their green suns will be better in the long run for us. And I think that Minsk and Boo is a little bit too slow here, and Endurance will take out because they don't use their graveyard. I'm going to keep Insidious Fungus in for eventual jukes off the board for that they can do. And could also cut the Bog. So if we cut the Bog, what do we get instead of the Bog? We could keep an Endurance in if they have any lines to the graveyard, or to protect our own graveyard if they try to nuke it with a Bog and we have some important pieces there. I think that's okay. Keep an Endurance in. And then... there is the argument for Minsk and Boo as well. You can always fling a Merit Lage if we need to, but I think that we won't get that far in this game. So we'll keep this, and then we'll see if there's anything that they kind of board into game 2 that we eventually want to answer in game 3. Now, this hand doesn't have a turn 1 Reclaimer. It has a Swords of Plowshares for interaction. And it has a route to the combo through crop rotation. We might be able to punish a mana hand as well. We'll keep this, but I'm not sure that this is really where we want to be. But we'll see. I wanted to have Malak in the deck, and Malak would actually have been good in this game here, but the price for that card was insane. So I opted to kind of keep those tickets for not just testing for one league. Here's also a game where I kind of miss having Tabernacle as well. It's been in and out of the lists, and this matchup, I really feel that it would have been good. So let's see what they can do for Elves shenanigans here. 2 mana, so Nomads here, probably. That's Nomads. And we untap the Hierarch and go Grizzly Bill. So here we're going to plow the Nomads, and we're going to bounce the Grizzly Bill with Caracas. So we'll plow the Nomads. Mox Diamond is good. It allows us to reach for the combo. So we'll start by going for Caracas here. Probably, it's too bad that we need to give up our route to the combo there, but I think that we'll be able to find more routes, and we'll slow them down a little bit. So we'll return Grizzly Bill to their hand. And here is also a place where I'd want to have a survey land, which I do not. So we'll still play the fetch land out. Now we're just looking for a search. Maybe I should have kept crop rotation and gone for a quick combo there. We'll see. But as the board looks right now, them having to replay the Grizzly Bill each turn will prohibit them a little bit until they find a way to pull ahead, which would be Nadu in that case. There we have the Nadu. They had the second Nomads. That's too bad. All right, let's see the flip here. We'll just pass here. And we'll see if they're able to combo us off here. Well, a fast Merit wouldn't have helped in this position. Maybe keeping Caracas up would have. I also think that limiting them on... oh, that's Cordo calling. But limiting them on the Grizzly Bill there, slowing them down, was, I think, the play that we had. Maybe we just don't keep the hand because we don't have anything on the board. Anything more permanent to help us with. Now they have Bill back on the hill. Let's see, they have infinite triggers, but yet to produce. And there's the Cradle. Cradle is bad for us with Cordo calling. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. They can Cradle for 5. They can Cord for 5 now. They're tapping Grey's Cradle if they hit another one. Otherwise, they can just go Safekeeper and Birds to Paradise and get some more triggers out of it. There's Crater Hoof. Bad if they hit another Gaia's Cradle. Bad next turn as well if they... because then they can just play it and kill us. But they're not that lucky on their flips. That's something working for us at least. Now they have Besage You. Good that they don't have that in hand. Have they made a land drop this turn? I think they have, so they can't replay the Cradle. Oh, there's the second Cradle, so that's GG's on that one. So for the next game, do we bring in the Blast just for Nadu? I still don't think so. But that's always something that's up for discussion. This is also the fast Nadu deck, which is annoying. Well, here we have a turn 1 Teague. No, here we have a turn 1 Sanet into a turn 2 Teague. So we'll keep this. So we'll start with Max Diamond, discard the step. We'll keep the Depths in hand. And then we'll go Sanet for 1, get the Reclaimer. The land drop next turn would be good so we can have Plow up. They might plow us here. Yeah, they'll plow us here. All right. Well, at least they don't have that for the Teague. But that took away our search ability, which is not that good for us. Here is one more situation where a Surveil land would have been good. I'm trying to keep track of when those occur. Spring Heart none to go. We probably want to plow that. See, we don't have anything that requires our red mana in, so we will get a Savannah. And then we'll plow the Nantuke. It might also be bait for their... oh, that's good. It might also be bait for... do we go for the combo here? We go for the combo on their end step because... I think that... well, so they can interact... they have two ways of interacting. They have plow and they have Besage You. It kind of depends on how they go here. They're going for nomads. Do they have another plow? I don't think so. I think that they'd use the plow on Teague if they had another plow. But then there might be a reason for them not to go for more things on the board. Because they want to keep some kind of interaction up for Dark Depths. We'll see. Yeah, this smells like a plow. So they didn't care about Teague, I think. That's what we can read out of this. That's too bad. I don't have that much more grind from the mana base, so I'm not sure that... usually I just want to wait until I can do it protected, but I just don't think that I have that much grind from the mana base. I can't go for a Saga, for example. And we have also learned that we need to be the fast combo deck in this matchup, or we need a fast combo to be able to kind of fight this deck. So we'll see. You can, of course, tell me what you think. So now we're off. We have Hierarch. I'll let them go off and we'll see if we're dead. So they drew millions of cards and found a Crater Hoof Behemoth, which means that we're probably dead. Here, the only thing that we could have saved us, but they have Nadu out, so they'd probably find another Cradle, and the odds are very low for them not to. But otherwise, I think that the only thing that would have saved us here was if we... had Tabernacle and a Wasteland, but looking at the amount of triggers they can get, I think that we are royally screwed. Yeah, we'll let them show us the kill next turn, which they have us. We'll concede. So let's go back to the play there that I made when I went for Merit Unprotected. they had the combo in hand, as we saw the turn after. So if I didn't go for Merit Unprotected, what were my options? I don't have that much more in the... I could go for some Talon Gates, but they'd still get to flip a million cards. So I'm not really sure that I could have gone for any other line there. I needed to win quick, and that was the option that was given to me there. So I don't know. Maybe there was another line. I couldn't really see it, but if you could found it, please comment, and it'll be great for me. Thank you, and we'll see you for the next round. And we're live for the next round. We are going to be on the play. Hooray! And we'll keep this. Turn 1 Fungus. Into turn 2 Sanits for Dryad Arbor, or turn 2 destroy something with Fungus. We'll see. Depends a little bit on which deck we're facing. It's Crystal Vein. So is this must be the artifact combo deck. So how do we play this out? We'll start with attacking with the Fungus. And then we found the Reclaimer. So we're going to play the Reclaimer. And then let's work up some mana here. So we'll Green Sun for the Arbor. So we have some mana working for us. And we'll give them a turn where we don't have Fungus up for activation, which means that they could go for something. This could also be Cascade, and in that case we are probably dead. But I don't know. Going for Safekeeper isn't really a good option there, so I think that we've played it as we can, could. All right, double Crystal Veins. Wasteland is a good draw here. That's not a Wasteland. All right, so we'll keep double activation up, both Fungus, draw a card, and Reclaimer, because we might need it. We don't play Teague main, otherwise there's an argument for cracking Fungus to try to find Teague. So let's talk some bans. There's a ban and restricted announcement that's on... Oh, right here, something's happening. Kozilek's command. Create tokens, scry, and draw a card. I can allow that, or I can't stop that. More Crystal Veins. Give me some crystal for my veins. So banning, I think everybody's anticipating that the frog will go on Monday, even if it's been declining a little bit when people have been attacking. It's still a problematic card, I guess. What that means for this deck is that if it's just the frog that goes, if people start playing more Nadu and Eldrazi and the Mystic Forge deck, I think that will be in a little bit of problems. A little bit problem for us. Let's see what this is. This is Karn. Sure, Karn is okay. What does Karn get? Karn gets Bridge. Bridge we can kill. Lattice, all right. So how are you going to stop us from killing Karn? I was thinking about sacking the Dryad Arbor, but now I'm more likely to sack the Taiga instead. And here we'll go for a Wasteland. And then we will waste the Crystal Vein. We will play a Windsweep Teeth. Pass the turn. We're going to try to Kozilek's command something. We'll quick reflex it, and then we'll kill the Karn. Yeah, that's still okay. I'll go and fetch pre-combat. We'll get the Forest, I guess. And the Reclaimer can attack Karn, Fungus, and the other thing will go for the player. And then, do we want to kill the Monolith? No, we don't. We can untap Reclaimer in our end step and go for Reclaimer activation. Get a Wasteland with Legolas, we can do that. We can get a Wasteland, or we can get Flagstones and start building out our mana. I think that we'll do that. Alright, do we want them to untap the Monolith? They're at 6 cards in hand. Yeah, I think that's okay. We're keeping this for problematic permanent. They seem to be lacking lands. We'll sacrifice a plains. We won't choose any targets for that. And unfortunately, we need to get a Flagstones here. Or do we? Do we just get a Wasteland? We just get a Wasteland here. Wasteland, kill that land. Then we'll attack with the Fungus. Keep both Crop Rotation and Reclaimer up. You can give that pro black. See if we've slowed them down or if they've tricked us into spewing off resources. I guess we slowed them down a little bit. So here we'll get rid of the dried arbor and we'll get a flagstones. That's interesting. That's a knight. Let's see. Go for... We're 1 mana off the combo, right? So we sack that. We go for... Yeah, we're 1 mana off the combo. So we might as well play knight. And we'll attack with our team. See if we can close this game. Because now the knight closes next turn. Let's see. We'll untap the monolith here. Maybe tapping out a fungus was wrong there. Maybe the play was attacking with fungus and keeping Reclaimer up and building towards the combo. We'll see. We have the spawn creator covered at least. This has been an awkward draw for them. And we can protect our knight this turn, but we can't protect it on our turn. Or we can protect it on our turn, but it won't do what we want it to. Because if they Castle X command, we need to go and get the phasing land, and I'll remove the knight as an attacker. There's through 2 Castle X commands already, though. And we can force the action on the Grim, on the Castle X. Okay, let's see what they do here. So they go for, if they want to kill our fungus, we're going to save it. So we'll get a land, and then we'll get Talon Gates, phase out the fungus, and then we're gonna plow the token and attack for lethal. All right, so this deck, we want Teague. We're gonna go for some Force of Vigors. We're gonna bring in Collector Oof and the Deafening Silences. So that's the definite ins. I think Minsk is a little bit too slow for this game, so we can bring Minsk out. We can remove a bog. We can remove some amounts of plows. Plows are good against constructs and they're good against the Eldrazi. I think that's about it. We can remove a Sagiri Step because that doesn't do anything. And then the next question is, so now when they are on the play and they have Fast Karn as a part of their deck, I want to remove a Mox Diamond because they tend to lose power against Karn. And then we'll see when we're on the play if we want to bring in more Mox Diamonds. Maybe we actually keep one more plow in for a Mox Diamond because they're just so bad if they go under... But still, they do allow us to power out the Teague. Yeah, they allow us to power out the Teague if they don't have an early Karn, so we'll keep that in. Otherwise, I think the deck is perfect. Let's submit it and hope for a lot of board cards in hand. An ending here would have been good for removing their baubles, because they'll probably keep in baubles for our Force of Vigors. So here we have a fast Teague, so we'll keep it. City of Traders into Monolith, into Key, into Karn, into Fleshraker. Yeah, I mean Fleshraker isn't good, but it's not Karn. Do we have a Castle X command for 1 here as well, or are we done? We're done. Good draws here. Land. That's not a land. But what we can do here is that we can sand it for a mana source, which means that we should be good for Teague next turn. Teague or Oof. We'll see. It kind of depends on their turn. Maybe playing out now. Yeah, so here we're gonna get to generate a lot of mana. Can we do something with 2 cards in hand? Let's see. Kind of depends on how many Castle X commands we're planning on casting this turn, because from beginning next turn and forward we're gonna turn those off. But still we'll be down life, and that's not the situation we want to be in. Karn into Lattice, is that a possibility here as well? Or no, it's Castle X command. Yeah, here we should have kept, should have played Mox Diamond and been able to keep crop rotation up. Because now we don't have Teague next turn unless we draw land. All right, let's hope for a land. So our sins go unpunished. That's not a land. It's definitely not a land. So what options do we have here? Play library, I guess. See if that can help us. Hope that their last card in hand isn't good. And then see if we can find the land next turn. But we're getting to the point now where they nagging down our life total has hurt us enough that we're gonna have problems with all the artifacts that they play. So let's just auto pass the turn. They have a big mana play here. Is it the ring? Is it another command? It's Karn. So we were hoping that we'd precede Karn. Lattice, and we're dead. Yeah, too bad. Let's let them play it out. That's what they want to do with their deck anyway. All right, let's concede the game. Yeah, that's too bad. Too bad on the land thing there, but yeah, I should have played out the diamond so I could crop rotate there. We'll see how we can fight this on the draw. Let's see. This is a turn 3. This is a turn 3 Teague. Turn 3 Teague with a plow and a distraction. If they command our reclaimer, we can't guarantee Teague on 3. We have a wasteland here. I think this is a keep. Hope that they have a slow hand. So we'll get a Savannah here, play the Reclaimer. In the ideal world, we'll have a Safekeeper down eventually, somehow. This start again. It's a good start. If we hit a green source here, we can go Safekeeper, Dryad Arbor. Well, we're not attacking, at least. That's a crop rotation. That's almost like a green source. I think that we play Wasteland to guarantee our third land drop here. So we'll actually... So they can't do anything in response. We are going to go and get the flagstones right now. Because otherwise they could do... If we activate Reclaim... If we activate for flagstones, they can, in response, they can kind of get us there. So this is the turn where we need to dodge, and then depending on what they do, how of an explosive turn they get here, is gonna be the deciding factor if we go for Teague. Say 4 mana, another manifold key. Do we get an extra green source here because of the possibility to draw into a land and then go both Teague and Safekeeper or Oofy and Safekeeper? That's bad. That's really bad. All right, you have all the fun. Yeah, that means that we're dead. Guess we should have mulled. Guess this hand was a little bit too slow. It's too bad that like turn. What is this? Their turn 2. I'll let them have some fun and then we'll concede. I don't even know if there's a chance that they whiff here. I don't think there is, right? The engine kind of gets it done for them. Karn for Lattice. Yeah, I don't want to see more. I don't think that this is a bad matchup. I've been having some success for it, but I guess that you need to do better mulligans to do that. I think that getting one of the boarded games at least would have been a possibility for us, but I guess I need to find Force of Vigor, Deafening Silence, or a faster Teague, or a faster Hoof, or something like that. So yeah, rough start to the league. See you for the next game. All right, we're gonna be on the draw for game 3. Let's see if we can rally back. Yeah, this is a keep. We have some stuff going for us, and some stuff is everything that we want. And we have the possibility of a quite quick combo. We can go Library, we can go Plow. We have some options. Uh-oh, a 5-card mulligan? Let's not hope it's Oops. Oops, all the spells in the world. Or Necro. Oh, they're going to their end step. Interesting. We'll play a Yavimaya, play a Diamond, discard a Wasteland, play a Library, and we'll see if this is good enough. Argument for keeping crop rotation up is always there, but we want to punish them as well. We're going to use the ability, and we'll keep 1 Sanit here. Put the Plow back, and we'll Sanit for Dryad Arbor. Pass the turn. Shuffle that Plow away. Have crop rotation up. Is it Rhinos? Manamorphos? Yeah, it's probably the Necro deck, right? Do you have any main deck bullets for this deck? We'll see what the damage is. They drew 21 cards, so if they don't win here, we will kill them. The things that we can go for, we can Plow our own Dryad Arbor. If they're trying to storm us off and they count that we have 16 lives, or we can go for Talon Gates, but they most likely have a Pact in hand. This isn't one of the best matchups for us either. Something that we've unfortunately been saying about a lot of matchups today, but that's the way the format is right now. Maybe it's always been, but right now it feels like that in particular. They have enough storm to really go off. So they're playing a lot of spells right now. Storm count is 13. Beseech the Mirror. Yeah, sure. Well, that means that we're dead. Tendrils for 15, you say? I can't do anything about that. Let's start sideboarding. Force of Vigors, Collector Oof, Garok Teague, Deafening Silence. Do we bring in the blasts for Pact of Negation? Probably. Can take away Ramenup, Endurance, Minskimbu. Can get rid of Legolas. Plow. Can go to the bench. Bog we don't need. Sorry, Plains we can have. Caracas we're not interested in. Library's a little bit slow as well. And I guess it's okay. What do we want to keep out of this in the deck? Is there anything else that's irrelevant? They do have the... Let's keep Bog in and Caracas in to up our land count for the Mox Diamonds. And submit the deck like that. See if we can get one of our sideboard cards into play. Let's start by going first. That's not a sideboard card. That's not the right sideboard card. They keep 7 cards. That's not good for us. This has a Force of Vigor. We'll keep it. Bottom Bog. Bottom Thespian Stage. Yeah, bottom Thespian Stage. And then we'll start by Flagstones and then hope that we draw a green source. I mean, Talon Gates would be the same thing there. Just keeping on the strength of a Force of Vigor is probably not good enough. But I don't know if going down to 4 is good enough. Just looking for kind of Deafening Silence or Collector Roof. We brought in Collector Roof, right? Yep, we did. We brought in Teague as well. Let's see, why did I bring in Teague? Yeah, for Tendrils, of course. Yeah. All right, let's see what you do. The Mines, Vexing Babble is bad. Dark Ritual isn't that bad for us. Necro Dominance. Let's just hope I did not time that incorrectly, because I thought I'd get priority in the second main, but I hadn't set a stop on that. Yes, I timed that incorrectly. I should have had a stop on their second. Oh no. Thought that I'd get priority in the end of the second main step, but I did not. Yeah, one of those days, I guess. So remember, kids, put a stop in the second main if you're playing against Necrom Dominance. That's so bad. Well, let's get back to the band discussion so we can have something to talk about while they're going off here. So we're all expecting that the Frog goes. The Frog is the only card that goes. I'm not sure that our deck necessarily becomes better. It kind of depends on how the other decks adapt. I think for our deck to become better again, we need to come to a position where Knight is a viable card, because Knight is such an important piece of the deck. And for Knight to be a viable card again, we need to slow down the format with 1 to 1.5 turns. And we're still going to have stuff like Nadu out there. We're going to have Eldrazi out there. And I think that those decks will make it hard for us to be able to both threaten the combo and also be able to go for a secondary mid-range plan or mid-range control plan. Getting rid of trying to control Nadu's lands with Wastelands and Tabernacles isn't good enough if they start comboing. And it's hard for us to kind of prevent them from comboing before there. We need even more spot removals and even more cards there. And Eldrazi playing 30 lands is also hard to kind of keep in check. So if we want to make our deck good again, we want to, if we want to make our deck good again, we need to come to a situation where we need more bans or we need unbans for cards that would slot into our deck. I don't know, outside of like Deathrite Shaman, what that would be. So I think that we're in a quite rough position now. Maybe printing new cards would help us as well. although we have gotten a lot of new tools lately, I think that we're still struggling. So yeah, well, I'll see you for the next match, and hopefully we'll salvage it from there. All right, let's see if we can get some victory out of this. We'll keep this. It's a speculative hand, but if we hit another land drop, we're good. If we're up against something where Swords of Plowshares is a good card, we're good. If we get to resolve a library, it's going to be good for us as well. Misty could be a plow matchup. Taiga is an excellent draw. So we'll pass the turn, see if they go for a surveil land. That would probably be Nadu. It could also be, no, that would be the way I said, I'm thinking about Stifle Knot, but in that case they'd need to fetch the white and blue land, and they did not do that. So in that case I'd want to fetch around Stifle, but I don't think I need to do that. Halfling. Sure. I don't think that we need to fight Halfling right now because, well, maybe we do actually, because if we go after Halfling, they can't play both Nadu and Nomads next turn, so we'll do that. See if we get a force out here. Nope. If they forced it, I'd be even more sure that it was the right play. And now we're gonna drop the library. See if we can squeeze a library activation or two out. Ending here would be bad for us. I've seen them going up, playing a couple of endings. That's an ending. Much we could do about that. 3 cards in hand. Could be land, Nadu, Nomads. Let's see. Here we play Dark Depths, we play Safekeeper, and then we kind of keep Plow and Crop Rotation up. Crop Rotation away the Dark Depths here is a play which, if they force a will it, I'm kind of okay with that because we're not doing anything with the Dark Depths and we need to start hitting land drops. Kind of depends a little bit. So there's Nadu, there's Caracas. So here we'll crop rotate away Dark Depths. See if we get a Force of Will. We did not. We can go for a Flagstones, play Knight, and then hope that we can start playing around with the reflexes. In that case, it's just better for us to get a Yavimaya, but that helps them as well. I think getting a Flagstones here is the correct play because, I mean, we could go for a Plow on Nadu and they'll bounce it. Kind of depends on the last 2 cards because we're going to tap out with Knight. But still, well, we can do like this. I forgot that we got that untapped. So they'll get a trigger and then they'll get to bounce the Nadu, but it at least turns back a couple of mana. They get two triggers here. They get a Brainstorm and they get an Ice Fang Quaddle. Well, that's okay. If not, if they weren't looking for a blue card for Force, but they had that anyway, bouncing their own Nadu. Yeah, I think that this is the play to win, and we'll attack for 1. So we have a Knight that we can protect, and then we can attack Nadu whilst building up our own combo. Brainstorm is bad for us though. They could also go for a double removal spell here, forcing us to go down a lot of lands. So they're starting with a Brainstorm at least. So now we don't know what they have in their hand, but we could suspect that the Quaddle is there. It's a good card. It allows them to get multiple activations out of their Nomad's Nadu plan. The best thing that can happen here is that they tap out. The worst thing that can happen here is that they tap out for the combo. We're at least going for a Wasteland on the Caracas. That's a given. Greens them for 1. Safekeeper, Halfling. All right, so we're building up here. Let's see. Upkeep, Reclaimer. Do we go for combo? Can we go for combo? We can go for combo. Is it going to be good enough? Depends if they're planning to go for the combo or not. So we can go for the combo. We can also go for the combo on their turn. You can also drop off not everything in our hand. We want the Legolas up. And maybe we go for the combo on their turn while they have Nadu in play. And in that case, do I want a Reclaimer in play or do I want Dryad Arbor in play? So the problem with having a Dryad Arbor in play is that they can start plowing and stuff like that with Safekeeper out. I see tap 1 Knight. Do I have enough mana? Go for the combo if I go for Arbor. Let's see. We have 2 mana. Get Thespian Stage. No, we don't have enough. We need all the 3 mana. We need 3 mana up. Yeah, we'll pass the turn and we'll see if we can go for combo. It kind of depends on how they play with their Caracas as well. It's also vital if they try to remove our knight, when they try to remove our knight. Also, how many nomads do you have? If they go nomad and then Nadu, do we kill the nomad? Are they going Bristly Bill here, or is it Nadu? Because if it's Bristly Bill, we could also go for our own Caracas. It's Uro. Yeah, that's okay. Unfortunately, it brings them up on life, but yeah, we're not gonna fight against Uro. That's the kind of card that we enjoy them playing in this position. And this is looking okay for us. Have they given us the chance to go for the combo, really? All right, tap for green, sacrifice. Get Thespian Stage. Legless Quick Reflexes. Untap Knight. Green mana. Kill the Halfling. And then we will search for Dark Depths. GG's question mark. We'll copy the Dark Depths with the mana in the pool. Keep the one that doesn't have any counters. And then we'll pass the turn. Upkeep. Yeah, I think they made a minor mistake there when they tapped out of it, but those are the mistakes that we apparently need. So this is a blue, this is more of a traditional blue version. So here we want the blasts and the choke in. Even though Minsc and Boo is good in grindy games, I'm not sure that we want that one in our deck. We'll see a little bit where our cuts are. We can go down a max diamond or 2. Around the draw, we'll have 1 extra max diamond in. We can shave a crop rotation as well, because there's a Force of Will deck. Something like this. Do we keep 1 Minsc and Boo in because of the grind factor? Or do we just try to keep the deck as it is right now and see if we can avoid getting comboed? Here's the Gaddock thing again. Against the Elves version, I think Gaddock Teague is better because it turns off both Green Sun Sanet and Court of Calling. Against the blue version, it does turn off Force of Will, but we don't want to play that game against them. So we'll keep this. See if we have something there. We have a Pyroblast into a Green Sun Sanet that we can't really cast as it is right now. You can cast it on turn 3 for Elves Reclaimer. That's a little bit too slow, so we'll mulligan this hand. This hand is better, so we'll keep it, and we'll bottom Ramanap. I think that's the one that's furthest away of doing something. So this is a fast choke. It's also a removal spell on turn 1 if we need it. Yeah, we're going to go and remove their Dryad Arbor on turn 1. Or we're going to try to remove their Dryad Arbor on turn 1. They might not allow us. We could wasteland their Dryad Arbor. Or we could wasteland their Tropical Island. I think wasting their Tropical Island is the play here. Or do we just want to move up towards choke as quick as possible? In that case, with Green Sun for Dryad Arbor. If they have a plow for Dryad Arbor, that's bad. But otherwise, we can try to jam a choke on turn 3, which is a good play. But wasting them is good as well. I think that we'll go for the choke play. So we'll get a Savannah, Green Sun for a Dryad Arbor, and let's see. We also have the opportunity to both plow and wasteland on the next turn, depending a little bit on how they play it out. The good thing of playing against Nadu is that we know that their combo is going to take a long time, so we can think a little bit extra, not have to worry about the clock. Safekeeper, sure. That's not what we wanted to see. So in this case, we are going to play our Reclaimer out. We'll try to plow the Safekeeper to make them sack a land, and then we're going to wasteland the land that they don't sack. So Brainstorm in response. I mean, against Safekeeper, you just need to start targeting it. At least that's a bad Brainstorm. Or not a bad Brainstorm, but it's not the best Brainstorm that you can have. Feels a little bit bad to go for the Tropical Island when we have choke out, but I think limiting them on the And the mana here is good. This kind of sets them back a little bit. See if the Brainstorm play helped them or not. So there's the Halfling. Unfortunately, Choke doesn't do that much right now. Maybe Choke isn't good in this game. They play so much white and green mana. Maybe that's just not the game that we want to play. Because here, for example, I'm not the slightest interested in going for Choke. Here I'm gonna go for Knight, I guess. I was about to say here I'm gonna Green Sun for something, but I'll actually go for Knight. See if this stems it a little bit. Well, there's at least something that we can choke. Nadu. Nomads. They played Toxicrene. Interesting. I mean, I've seen it in the board. I played it in the board as well. I guess that's something that you want to be able to do. Here they can sand it for something. You can play second Nadu. You can Brainstorm. There's a lot of stuff open for them here. Here I'd like to be able to green some for a Pithing Needle. Why can't we green some for Pithing Needle? All our removal is dead now. We're going to be able to draw a million cards. They probably have a Force of Will in hand. Do we even show them choke? Probably redrew on Nomads there. Or sorry, on Nadu. Fodder for their Force of Will that they have in hand. More Nomads, more Nadus. Let's see what their win con is. If it's Bristly Bill. I got the Soul Cauldron here as well. Some more lands. Blue Elemental Blast. Yeah, that's a good card. Shouldn't have showed them the red splash in turn 1 or game 1. And that's our favorite Teferi. Teferi, the Destroyer of Dreams. Well, that's a good card at least. We will play it. See if they want to Force of Will it. They do not. What can we Green Sun for out of the toolbox? Oh, I forgot. Now I remember. I'm supposed to have Key Knight Curator in the list. It wouldn't have helped us in any of the games, but still, it's supposed to be in the list. I don't think that we have anything we can do here. We can play Choke. That turns off 2 of their mana sources. We can send it for 1. I guess send it for 1 is the play here. And then we need to keep some kind of protection against the fairy up. So we'll do that, or we have the Safekeeper for that, but I think that we are dead here. But I still want to see kind of what their little combo is. Or I know what their combo is. I want to see what they want to kill us with. Is it just flying beats with Nadu, or do they have Bristly Bill, something like that? Sure, the fairy has hit the battlefield. What do you want to bounce? You want to bounce the Safekeeper? In that case, I am going to try to save the Safekeeper. You want to plow the Safekeeper? In that case, I am going to save the Safekeeper again. And we'll see. We're off to the looking for another plow turn. Second Teferi, second plow. All right, you'll get the last land as well. I love these stacks. So our Safekeeper survived. That's always something. Here we get flagstones, and you don't get to draw a card from Teferi. I don't know if that's good or bad, because decking you is not going to be a possibility with Endurance, but it could be fun. Do they play Nantuko or not? Probably not. On the deck that I've been looking at in paper, I'm trying out the new Cub, which is a card from this latest set, not the main part of the set, but one of the supplementary sets that puts a counter on everything that comes into play. It puts a +1, but it has Bristly Bill, but better. So we'll try to play around the Toxicrene here, and we'll look for... I guess we can go for a Plains here, because... No, we should have gone for a Savannah, because that's that gives Rainbow when Toxicrene is in play. Unfortunately, they have enough lands, and they have Endurance as well. But we'll see. We're going to have a Knight that's going to attack at least. It would be so funny if they played Harbinger, and... we could choke them. It's not gonna happen, but it would be a fun play. So I've actually the Nadu list I'm playing right now. I'm trying to have 2 Harbingers in the board, so I play a 50-50 split between Halfling and Birds of Paradise. We have a lot of local players that play decks where Harbinger is good, and I want to try that out. And there we have Bristly Bill as well. Now we know. And I guess that's what we wanted to know. which means that we will probably not change anything for game 3, but we'll see. They now have the possibility to play a prismatic ending, our Reclaimer, which I don't think is the right play here, but they could do it. I think what they want to do is, well, they have the game, so I don't think there's anything that they need to do, but we'll see. Let's see the Toxicrene, how that works. All lands have and lose all other abilities, so I could still, even though if I have a Savannah, I'll still be able to sack that Knight of the Reliquary. Stifle your endurance trigger. The right trigger, not the wrong trigger. So they're going to start flipping in our upkeep again to see if they can hit lands to prismatically end our Knight, I guess, or our Safekeeper. One land. No, they bounce with the Fairy. Never mind. And our Plains is a Rainbow land. That's how that Toxicrene card works. So that's good, I guess. So now they're discarding their hand. Did they discard their endurance? Please, 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 please. They didn't. I'm just gonna take away all the reveal cards. I don't think that's gonna be anything that we can look forward to. All right, so you say that you want to endurance yourself. I will allow that, and I will allow you to choose a target. Did we board out our Bajuka Bog? Yes, we did. Of course we did, because Bajuka Bog isn't the right card to keep in the matchup, but in this case it would have been good, because we would probably have been able to destroy them. With that said, they might have been able to race us anyway, but I don't know. Now they'll get to flip their deck again. Maybe we keep Bog in for this situation. That's a Knight. Do you want to Force of Will my Elvish Reclaimer? No, you don't. I don't think that's the right play either. And we'll pass the turn. Keep. Wait, we should probably have gone for Flagstones while they didn't have the opportunity or possibility to draw their entire deck. Grizzly Bill, you say? I know someone who's going for Caracas. It's gonna be me. Yeah, let's just pass the turn. No, we can't do that because then they'll plow us. Yeah, you can kill the Safekeeper now. The game plan here is to bounce your Nadu. Let's get Caracas, and then let's see if you can kill us from this position. Oh yeah, I forgot that Caracas didn't work under Toxicrene, of course. Yeah, they're going to be able to kill us. But they need to show us the win as well. They played a little bit slow as well, so they're down on clock. I guess that us being 0-3... we need to be able to play at the clock as well. We want to walk away from this with at least one victory in the end. Hopefully 2. Of course, they can kill us in 4 minutes as well, but it's going to be harder for them to do that. I don't think that we need to take in the Bog though, because we could have Bog in because they have Oro as well. But otherwise, it's they're going to go for kind of a fast combo in the last game. They need to do that. Why don't they just attack with everything? Are they playing around Swords to Plowshares? I haven't seen any forces out of them, but they have drawn. I haven't seen any forces. Did they board out all their forces? They have Blue Elemental Blast in. That's good to know. They might board in forces for the last game, but it's always nice in that case. Yeah, I think we keep the blasts in anyway. But we'll put in a Bog for the last game. Take away a Mox Diamond to have that possibility at least. So Blast Plow, I think this is a keep with Wasteland and Thespian Stage. We don't have anything on the board, but we can keep some stuff off the board at least. We'll start with Foothills here. It'll allow us to get a Plateau, which will round off our colors. Well, if you're not playing anything, I'm not playing anything. We will go Forest here, or we can go Caracas if they play Bristly Bill. Yeah, we'll go Caracas if they play Bristly Bill. The only reason for going for Yavimaya there is to be able to keep a fast combo up at Caracas. If they go Bristly Bill, we can bounce Bristly Bill, sets them back a little bit. That's Nomads, or as I say, that's Plowed. All right, we got Reclaimer. Now we'll play the Yavimaya, play out Reclaimer, still keep Blast open, and a quick route to the combo, or we're going to be able to combo at least. So I know that they play Caracas, but they don't play Wasteland. Then they play Plow, so I'm not sure that, yeah, okay, now the combo is off again. Green Sun for Dryad Arbor, something wasteable, and that's what we'll do. Maybe there's an argument here for playing down Thespian Stage and copying Wasteland. No, I think that's going to be too slow. It's going to be tough for them to win in 1.5 minutes, but we'll see. They're going to try to present the combo here. No, they're not. They're presenting a halfling. We will play a Thespian Stage, be able to copy something the end of the turn. Okay, that's Nomads. We're going to play the Nadu here. We will go for a Plateau, and then we will try to bounce the Nadu. Fortunately, they targeted it first. All right, Nadu is bounced. Found a halfling, and we won. Yeah, it was like we're a little bit down on clock. Let's see if we're able to see how that next couple of turns would have looked for us. So of course we don't know because we might fetch. No, Moto will not allow it. All right, that's a victory in the book, although being to the clock, but us being 10 minutes up on our opponent kind of makes me feel like we deserve that. All right, see you for the last game. And we're paired for the last round. We're going to be on the play. Sorry, on the draw. Here we have a hand that's the kind of hand that we keep with this deck. See what our opponent brought to the table. Is it another Nadu deck? Been a lot of Nadus today. It looks like another Nadu. No, it's... it's Infect. What year is this? All right, how do we win against Infect? I've played against Infect a couple of times before with this deck, and it is impossible. But I guess that we try to go for a fast combo. Maybe a fast combo meant that we should have green sun, but the problem is that they're going to counter this anyway. In that case, we also try to kind of lure out their pump spells, so they use because right now they don't have anything unblockable down. Well, that's going to make luring out the counter spells a little bit harder. I guess that Talon Gates is quite good here, right? So we will play Yavimaya and we'll start ramping. Yeah, Infect is rough. Fast deck. We're going to say no blocks to the small little Glistener Elf for one more turn. Then we're going to start blocking. And there we have the killer. We're going to go for a Flagstones here into a Heath where we're actually going to go for... We won't show them the red, so we'll just go for a Plains here. And then we play Green Sun for Dryad Arbor, and we hope that we can stem the bleeding somewhat. See where they decide to go with their pump spells. But here the phasing land is good, at least to kind of prevent us from dying. Of course, they do have things that give their permanent shroud and such, but they need to have that. Maybe keeping double activation of Talon Gates up here would be good. We also need to find a way to kill them, so yeah, I'm gonna allow you to poke me down a little bit further in Vigorate. I will allow that to happen. Wanna set a stop on the damage, I guess. I didn't have to do that. Great. So now we will see if they have anything that can help them. Now we needed to show them the red there, but I guess that's nothing we can do anything about right now. So we'll get Talon Gates and we'll phase that one out. Yeah, that worked. All right. Yeah, Dismember, sure. That means that the combo is a little bit further out. Mighty Knight. So what do we have in our Sanit toolbox here? We have Insidious Fungus, which can draw us a card and destroy the Inkmoth Nexus. I think that's good to go and get, so we'll do that. We could have also gotten the Safekeeper, and then we need to play around days here, so we'll go for Reclaimer. And we have both Fungus up and a second Talon Gates. And we're up to 6 poison counters, and they're swarming us. All right, now we go Knight. Or do we? We can go for the Lage here. Can we go for the Lage and Safekeeper? I should have sacked Fungus, I guess. No, we shouldn't. We need to keep that up. So if we go for Safekeeper, we'll have 2 mana, go and get Dark Depths, tap for, yeah, we're 1 short of keeping Safekeeper up, so we won't do that. And in that case, I guess we just need to pass the turn. Let's just see so we haven't forgotten anything. Elvish Reclaimer, tap 2 lands, go and get Dark Depths. Drop Rotation pays for itself, and then we need 2 more mana. We have 2, do we have 2 mana? Let's see. Reclaimer, get Dark Depths. Sack Talon Gates, go and get it. No, we just have 1 mana. In that case, we need to pass the turn. It also means that we can't sack the fungus. So unless it's Lithial here, we are going to go for Meritlage. Alright, so what's the first step in the Lage plan? It is to see if we can get a Thespian Stage from crop rotation, or if they have the force for that. We can get a Thespian Stage from crop rotation, and then we will sack the Savannah, go and get Dark Depths, and we will copy Dark Depths with our Thespian Stage, and we hope that we won't draw our Echoing Deeps. That's the thing that can stop us now. Or if we draw an Echoing Deeps, we can just put it in with the fungus, so we're actually safe there as well. Alright, I haven't miscounted everything. They're at 14. Everything looks fine. We can go for Safekeeper here, and that's what we're gonna do. We'll do it off a Dryad Arbor as well, so we don't get dismembered in the start of combat or something like that. Alright, we got Safekeeper, and that should be the game. Well, let's attack, unless they have something like... So do we kill it with fire? I guess we kill it, and that means that we don't have to show them anything that's in the deck. Well, yeah, they do have the possibility to protect it, of course, but they did not do that, and I think that they would have used the protection spell earlier, so that was good. All right, do we get in Force of Vigor for the lands there? I don't know. The Choke is good at least. The Blasts are good. The Path to Exile is good. The Force of Vigors are a maybe. Once again, Minsk and Boo, you are too slow, my friend. Bog, get out. Caracas, get out. I guess Force of Vigor is interaction, and we keep interaction. Endurance could be a blocker for, but I think it's not good enough. Library, well, they play Library as well. Does that give us an excuse to play Library? Maybe out with a crop rotation, even though it was great in that game. What more cuts do we see? Maybe we just bring in one Force of Vigor, and we cut one Library, and we go in like that. I like Ramen up here because it allows us to rebuy Wastelands and stuff like that. So we'll try that. And then we'll see a little bit on how they boarded. They keep libraries in. Maybe that's an argument for us to keep stuff in as well. All right, what does this do? It allows us to keep and go for a quite crit combo. We're gonna turn one Sanit at least. Oh, I didn't notice that we had Talon Gates in hand. That makes me want to bin the Dark Depths, so we'll do that. Unfortunately, they can surgical that, but I think that that's okay. If they surgical it, they will see how weak our hand is. That's not okay. Dismember here is bad. That's Dismember. Yeah, we have 2 removal spells here at least. We'll see how far that gets us. We have the Blast and the Plow. And that's the Blast. And here, there is no reason for us. There is no argument for us to wait. We'll destroy a blue permanent for a red mana. And then we play Talon Gates and we play Safekeeper. And then we hope that Plow and Legolas will get us out of this. Legolas at least will allow us to pick off the 1/1s. If they play a 1/1 now, we can Legolas up our Safekeeper and go for aggro plan. That's the Library. That's not good for us. That's a Knight. That's eventually going to be good for us. I think that we're 1 mana short right now, which means that we're going to give them a Library activation here. I do not like. Yeah, we'll attack with the Safekeeper. I don't see any reason to go after the Hierarch here, so we'll save our removal spells for the creatures that matter. Do we save our Safekeeper if they dismember it? Probably not. We're going to keep 2 cards. Yeah, that's probably right. That's the Nexus. That's Blighted Agent. So here, I mean, they are going to have, yeah, I'll Plow here. I'm not sure that that's right, but if they have, we'll see. Yeah, we get through another Plow because we're professional Magic players. All right, let's attack. See if they try to go for something. They do not. They can draw 1 more extra card. After that, it's just for filtering. And maybe we keep our second Force of Vigor in for the last game, if there is a last game. So here we are going to... Do we play around Daze? Because we can untap Sylvan Safekeeper and block, thereby destroying our Safekeeper. And it also opens us up for Daze on the Swords to Plowshares, and that would kind of be detrimental. but it does allow us for a free block. So what does that look like? We play, yeah, but I'll just be able to go at it next turn again. So yeah, we'll just let them attack. Yeah, that's 6 Infect. That's 10 Infect. That's going to be a lot of more cards for you, my friend, unfortunately. And maybe I should have done it with the last Invigorate on the stack so they get to draw less cards. Saying it's interesting. You can go and get Fungus. You can go and get Reclaimer. Reclaimer will be unprotected, but well, we'll take away a card draw from you at least, or a potential card draw from you against at least. And then we will go for... Still playing around days, going for a Reclaimer. The Fungus is interesting here because it allows us to kill the library, but I think that after this turn, they won't have that many more library activations left. And this at least allows us to start working with the mana a little bit. That's a path, that's good. So here we attack with Safekeeper. Safekeeper nibbling down those life points. Here we can go, do they go down to 2? They do. That tends me want to go. So what I want to do now is that I want to path in the beginning of combat. And if they have a protection spell for the Ink Moth, we reflex and block. Fortunately, we won't get, because what it allows us to do in this case is that it allows us to 100% sure be able to block it. That's unexpected. Well, it allows us to activate the Reclaimer. That's good for us. And here we go for Flagstones, I guess. Wasteland could be one option to kind of protect us, but I think that them being down this much on life and us having a Legolas in hand should allow us to go through this. It's Dismember that kills us here. I don't know. I think we should go for it. So we'll start by playing the Reclaimer. Then we will reflex our Elvish Reclaimer, and we won. Yep, I don't know where their pump spells were, but they weren't there. All right, we'll see you for the wrap-up. All right, welcome to the wrap-up. So, yeah, that's a league. Didn't go that well. Actually went less well than I expected and hoped for, which is not a good sign. I guess there were some plays I could have done a little bit different, but I think that I made 2 large errors. One was in the deck list where I should have had a couple of other cards. I think I should have had the Keen-Eyed Curator. I've been liking that card in Nadu. I think that it has legs here as well. So the Keen-Eyed Curator, maybe moving an endurance to the board if I say that those cards are out. And then I don't think library has legs anymore, or not that much at least. So probably move libraries into the nothingness and then bring in either Teague or Collector Oof in the main deck. Playing online, I would lean more towards Collector Oof because of the artifact combo decks. We have one more spot that we could play main deck as well, and I'm not that sad of seeing an ending right now. I think that allows us to solve some problems that we have, especially now when we're on. We have the possibility to have 5 colors, but we can consistently get 3 colors. So if I redid the league, it would be something like this. I don't know if Minsk and Boo could be cut as well. I don't know. It didn't do anything in this league, but then I've had leagues where it's done a lot. But I guess something like this would be my starting point to move forward with. When it comes to the actual games and gameplay itself, it felt like we needed luck. We faced fast combo, we faced Nadu. I don't know how that Nadu, the third Nadu game would have gone, the one that we won on time. We didn't have that much action in hand on the one hand. On the other hand, we kind of managed the board, but eventually they will outdraw us. So I'm not really sure that we had any legs there. That's one of the games where having something like a Sylvan Library Minsk after the board went exactly, or the game went exactly as it did there, would have been beneficial. But we can't count on all games going that way. Anyway, my closing thoughts is that I'll probably on Nadu on Thursday and keep Depths for post ban and see how we can build and attack what would be the new metagame after that. After the frog and eventually other cards are gone. So that would be kind of that's probably my next step. I'll be recording more Depths videos post-ban. Thank you for tuning into the channel. It's always appreciated and I do like doing this. Hopefully I can continue in the future as well. Thank you for listening and supporting me and have a great rest of the night.